Welcome to Kentucky Tonight.
The fundamental reason why Medicare is failing is why the Soviet Union failed. Socialism doesn't work. What managed care means is rationed care. Sometime at the end of the life, you're going to have somebody who's a bureaucrat saying, well, Grandma doesn't really need that respirator so much, let's turn her off. It may not be that dramatic, but that's what happens in managed care. Somebody in the middle manager position decides, well, I don't think dialysis is a good idea because it's too expensive. You know, they made that decision for many years in England. No dialysis for patients in England. If you get kidney failure, you die. Do you think in the bread industry we have 10% fraud? We don't. It's not because doctors are uniquely unscrupulous. There are as many unscrupulous doctors as people who sell bread. But you don't have 10% fraud in the bread industry because you have a consumer buying the bread. In the healthcare, you don't. You have government buying the healthcare.
It's very hard to get Congress, to tie its shoe. Congress has a very difficult time passing anything, and I think entirely scrapping the tax code, which I would probably be in favor of if we could find a way to lessen our burden, I think probably won't happen.
Currently, Social Security is a bad investment. If you're under 60 and you're paying your Social Security taxes like you're supposed to, you're going to get less out of Social Security than you put in. Bad investment. You can probably do no worse sticking your money under your mattress. Let young working people opt out. The sooner the better. Let them opt out and get a better investment. Social Security is a bad investment for the working man.
And when she calls it a successful intergenerational program, what that means is it's a Ponzi scheme. They're taxing us to pay for the current generation. If you want the government to be the key investor, if you allow your tax money to go to the Social Security Administration and them to buy securities or equities in the stock market, within a few years the government could well become the largest stockholder of corporations in the country, and it's sort of a backdoor way of having government ownership and direction of private companies.
People who save and are responsible can accumulate enormous retirement benefits.
In a free enterprise system.
Right. In the Chilean system, they would interview guys on the street who had a regular working job, a laboring job, and they'd say, how much do you have in your account? And he'd say, $770,000.
Have we done away with free enterprise system?
Basically, the federal government would contract with each state to collect the sales tax.
Could we just close the federal government down then, maybe, and just have state government there?
Well,
We're going to get into a conflict of interest that is very, very serious. What if the government starts investing in a group of mutual funds, an index fund, pick one, and that corporation moves their operations overseas?
Or what if you have a textile company that's very successful but it's a racist? The guy's a racist.
That's
right. Are we going to not invest in
really
his company but it makes a lot of money? Those decisions money managers don't make political decisions.